So, Dan,
Yes.
what do you do for a living?
This is Across the Airwaves.
I run a website and a podcast called Across the Airwaves. And it's a pretty big production. We reach out to several different countries with our podcast, and we're dedicated to providing weekly television episode reviews along with news and opinions on the entertainment industry. And so basically we talk about anything that's big going on in entertainment. We record weekly podcasts. We basically review a variety of popular TV shows that are out there. We've got a long list of shows. Most notably the ones we do Castle, Game of Thrones, Once Upon a Time, The Following when that's on the air. That we've got 3 other guys from different countries even that do the other podcasts and help out. Get this production together. And so it's a pretty big production. I have to put out a show every week. I'm script writing every week. I'm editing every week. I'm keep on the website every week. And I have the rest of my team helping me do that as well. We get about 5,000 listeners a month on average. So they listen to us. That number keeps growing constantly, and that's thanks to us having guest stars. The podcast, different events we've done, different things we've covered. We have a big episode coming up. We're going to do the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. So that's going to be a big episode.
Dan, how do we know each other? We met January of 2007. Do you remember the day we went out to lunch? The day you took me out to lunch?
We got done, we got acquainted at lunch very well, and we were having a good conversation. You asked very nicely, I might add, what was the circumstances you got in the wheelchair? And you were, very nice and talked a little bit about you having some time in the medical field, about being a nurse and stuff like that. You're just explain it's really simple for me to understand. You were just very, very nice about it. Well, I have muscular dystrophy. My mobility has diminished. Technology has advanced. And because of that, we've made a happy medium with there. And so I'm very fortunate to grow up at a time where this is happening, because if it wasn't for technology, I would be pretty much sitting and watching TV all the time. So that's really how it goes. And then there's a part of the podcast is like Dragon. I rely on that software left and right. All of those things I do that I said that I do and I mentioned I do that through Dragon. To run the computer, click the mouse, all that stuff, I do a lot of it. Even my wheelchair itself, the controller, if I put it on a certain mode, I control the mouse through Bluetooth. When I was in college, I could write all my papers. I was typing all of them. I was typing screenplays, I was doing all of that. I began losing the ability to do that slowly, to the point that it got slowing me down. I had to learn how to write again, basically. I don't want to say totally from the ground up, but creatively I had to find my voice again. And it took me about a year to do that. When I started losing it, I caught it at a time where I could balance it out, where I was using Dragon, but I was also typing at the same time. So it worked that I could, I get my brain to slowly wean onto Dragon. But now that I feel like I'm back to where I was in terms of writing, it's coming out more in the show. And I'm very proud I accomplished it. I knew I could figure it out, and I think other people maybe in my situation would just quit. They said, I'm done, I gave up, and I wasn't going to do that. And really, I think it helped having support of friends and stuff. that believed I was good at what I did. And I figured I could get back to where I was. The big thing I want to go with Across the Airwaves and kind of the intent of this site, what I want to do is, the big thing with it is getting my knowledge out there. I have a lot of film knowledge. I've seen a lot of TV shows. I wish I could apply it more in terms of actually providing content and doing a show. I have some limitations that can't always get me out there. But I definitely would want to use this place, Across the Airwaves, as a place where my knowledge is useful. I can help other people that are maybe interested in film, or other people like myself who are in the same situation, have an outlet to share their media talents. There's so many people I've met through camps I've gone to, stuff that have disabilities, that are really creative. They just don't have that opportunity to go out there either because they don't have the confidence or they don't have the means of doing so. And so I want Across the Airwaves to be a good example showing those people that they can do those things. But again, we can't do it alone. We need the help of people that are able-bodied to be there too to make this happen. Because I couldn't have done it without my co-hosts that are able-bodied. We do have people a part of our podcast that are in wheelchairs and stuff too, but we need their help to make that happen. So that's the big thing is, I want us to share a message for that. But also as the company I hope grows, begins to make money, we can give back. We can help these places like the camps that people that have disabilities look forward to going to. Meet people that are in the same situation. Encourage each other. They're not going to be able to help each other if they don't interact. So I want Across the Airwaves to be something that does all of that, as well as being an entertaining media source that supports television, supports the entertainment industry. Because that's what I know. That's what I went to school for. That's what I'm enthusiastic about. We are here, Across the Airwaves, to help empower people with disabilities. Other people that just want to break into the industry. Because it's not easy. But if we work together and team up, maybe we can make something happen. With that, we're going to move on to the topic that I think all of you have been eagerly awaiting us to discuss. I think I'm eagerly awaiting in general in terms of watching the episode. That's the Doctor Who 50th Anniversary Special.